5 of Egypt's most powerful gods. Number 5. Anubis. Anubis is the jackal-headed god of the dead. He is the one who greets the Egyptian dead after they die. In the early dynastic period and the Old Kingdom, he enjoyed a preeminent position as Lord of the Dead, but he was later overshadowed by Osiris. His particular concern was with the funerary cult and the care of the dead, hence, he was reputed to be the inventor of embalming, an art he first employed on the corpse of Osiris. In his later role as the conductor of souls, he was sometimes identified by the Greco-Roman world with the Greek Hermes in the composite deity Anubis. One of the roles of Anubis was as the guardian of the scales. The critical scene depicting the weighing of the heart, in the Book of the Dead, shows Anubis performing a measurement that determined whether the person was worthy of entering the underworld. By weighing the heart of a deceased person against Ma'at, or truth, who was often represented as an ostrich feather, Anubis dictated the fate of souls. Souls heavier than a feather would be devoured by Ammit, and souls lighter than a feather would ascend to a heavenly existence. Number 4. Horus. Horus is the falcon-headed god known as the protector of Egyptian pharaohs. In the myth of Osiris, it is Horus who restores peace and harmony in Egypt by confronting his uncle Set. Indeed, as a child, seeing from afar the cruel and disastrous reign of Set over men, Horus wants to restore Egypt to its greatness. Horus was worshipped in the same way as any of the other gods of Egypt. Temples were built as homes for the god and his statue placed within the inner sanctum where only the chief priest was allowed to attend him. The clergy of the Horus cult were always male as they associated themselves with Horus and claimed protection from their mother Isis. Number 3. Sobek. Sobek is the crocodile-headed god of Egyptian mythology. In Egypt, 4,500 years ago, crocodiles were very present in the Nile and its surroundings. Crocodiles were savage beasts that hid by the water's edge before catching, drowning, and eating Egyptians venturing to the banks of the Nile or to the lakes and ponds around the Nile. For this reason, the ancient Egyptians worshipped Sobek because he was supposed to be the father of all crocodiles and therefore have a great control over his sons. Number 2. Isis. Isis is the goddess of magic and secrets. Her name comes from the Egyptian Set, which referred to her stability and also the throne of Egypt as she was considered the mother of every pharaoh through the king's association with Horus, Isis' son. She is regularly portrayed as the selfless, giving, mother, wife, and protectress, who places others' interests and well-being ahead of her own. She was also known as Word Keiko, the Great Magic, for her power and Mutnetir, mother of the gods, but was known by many names depending on which role she was fulfilling at the moment. Number 1. Ra. Ra, also known as Re, is the sun god of ancient Egypt. He is one of the oldest deities in the Egyptian pantheon and was later merged with others such as Horus, becoming Ra Horakti. Ra is associated with a transformative power, which linked him with the sun that allowed for growth. Once associated with the sun, he was linked with Horus the sky god and solar deity while, as creator god, he was almost synonymous with Adam and as the champion of order in the seen and unseen world, with Amun, the ineffable representation of the nature of existence, in this capacity. He was known as Amun-Ra,